promised, a little bit of bonus coverage here at the USBC Open Championships. This is Matt Cannizzaro live. It'll be 11:30, doubles and single squad real quick. We want to finish up some information from our team event earlier. We saw April Ellis, Billy Murphy, and their Wichita teams on our feature pair tonight. Then we saw Sandy Blahowski, Team USA member, bowl particularly well. Plus 62 for her team. And now our final group of the night. We'll take a quick look up at their scoreboard. I know a little confusing, two different broadcasts here, but we did just show the 8:30 team event. Again, April Ellis, Billy Murphy, Brian Wallachek, Corey Simmons. And then here's a look at another solid team finishing up from that group, 31-37 and 31-45. Some familiar names there. And if you want to check out that broadcast, you can find that hopefully in the archives relatively soon on youtube.com/BowlTV. That and much more. And now, for the reason now we're still here, 2010 USBC Open Championships regular all events champion Matt McNiel is back at it. He almost took home back-to-back all events titles. Came up a little bit short last year, finished third. His winning score in 2010, 23-21. I'm sorry, 23-26, breaking the previous record of Ron Vokes, 23-21, and McNiel 22-41 in 2011. And last night started the team event with 792. He's got a new team this year. He is with Linds Lakers, a talented group, the 2002-2006 Team All Events champions. And McNiel starts with a double here in doubles. So we'll have all kinds of information about these folks. We'll have all that and more in just 1 second. All right, folks. Once again, Matt Kenazar live here at the Baton Rouge River Center. Bonus coverage, 2012 USBC Open Championships. We're here to see 2010 regular all events champ Matt McNiel try to lead his new team, Linds Lakers, into the lead in team all events. Matt, of course, has put on quite the show the last couple of years. Let's go back to 2010, where Mr. McNiel, a youngster, came off a very difficult and disappointing Masters performance at the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, and came back for the Open Championships with a fresh mind after a lot of practice. Shot 780 in team and parlayed that in doubles and singles. Shot 740 in doubles and 806 with a 299 team in singles for a record all-event score of 23-26. And at that point, he was one of the most famous faces in bowling for 2010, and came back in 2011 and proved that it was not a fluke. Nearly took home a second consecutive all events title. Bowled very well in 2011 as well. Actually finished third in all events with 22.41. So McNiel averaging a cool 253 over his last two Open Championships. And he wowed us on the live stream last year with a 300 game and 822 series in doubles. And he became only one of 3 bowlers at the Open Championships with multiple 800 series on the championship lanes. And something he wanted very much was some sport certified honor scores. He did that. He upgraded his membership prior to bowling last year, so he took home a nifty sport bowling 300 ring and a crystal pin for his 800 series. Now, of course, in the record books in all kinds of places. And started last night. Of course, a new city now. We're in Baton Rouge those last 2 years at the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, but McNiel coming in with super confidence. And although he said he was not feeling very good about things and his swing when he arrived in town, something about walking down center aisle just changes him. And he blew him away last night, shooting 792, the highest team event series of the year, to help his team into 5th place. Linds Lakers 32.78. Just the rundown. Sam Lanto, multi-time champion here at the Open Championships, 681 in the team event. McNiel 792. Luke Voigtlander, we saw him shoot 300 on our live stream broadcast when we saw these guys last year minus McNiel. He added 591. Todd Savoy, USBC Hall of Famer, 612, and John Ice 602 for 32.78. They moved into 5th place, and now, of course, we're watching them for all kinds of things. We know they're very capable of bowling well, every single one of them. But team all events seems to be their bread and butter. They took the lead at one point last year and came up a little bit short. Ended up finishing 3rd, I believe, but they did take home the title in 2002 and 2006, so they know how to get it done. They know how to strike down towards the finish line, so we will see right now. Appreciate everybody joining us. We had an earlier broadcast from here at the Baton Rouge River Center. We saw the team event. Some of Wichita's finest trying to get it done, as well as some bonus bowlers. Shane Buhowski, Team USA, and Mike Rose Jr. is here a couple lanes away as well. So a stacked team event to say the least. And now these lanes ready to go. These bowlers ready to go for doubles and singles here. Matt McNiel shot 792 last night. As we said, he's now stepping up on lane 7. Started this game with a double, pair of 9 spares, and another double. So those of you wondering where McNiel went, he's off shooting some video at the special request of our video guy, Matt Lawson. So he's down on the lanes right now. He'll be back with us. We'll be here for doubles and singles bonus coverage. Matt McNiel now up on lane 8, looking for 4 in a row. He's got it, looking confident. We do appreciate everybody sticking with us tonight. It's definitely getting late. It's after midnight here in Baton Rouge. But not very often we get to see so many great bowlers in one night. One group after the other, so here we are. I have a feeling they won't disappoint. A lot of strikes up on the scoreboard already. We saw some of Wichita's finest bowl on this pair, 7 and 8. Just one spot earlier on the team event. Things did not go so well. April Ellis and her team shot just over 2,600. And their companion team, Billy Murphy, Brian Wallachek, just over 3,000. Matt McNiel is following 2 lefties. Young lady, Katie Verbal, and former Team USA member, Corey Simmons. As McNiel delivers 5 in a row. Oaklander shot 300 on our broadcast last year also. He's going to step up on the right lane. He also has a 4-bagger looking for 5. Steve Bone joining us as well, 2010 regular doubles champ. Him and John Cryer was in the chat room earlier. Those guys from Minnesota as well, so I want to check out, see how their fellow Minnesota folks are doing here, and they are doing very well. Sam Lanto starts things off with 236. Todd Savoy struck on his first shot here in the 10th. Possible 247. Those guys are on lanes 9 and 10. So we got a 2-team group here, split up. Over 3 pairs. All right, so things going very well. Todd Savoy and Sam Lanto leading the way here, getting done first, both shooting 236. Matt McNiel just striking away. 1 pair to the left. And he's going to be in the 260s again. It's about his average over the last couple of years now. He is unstoppable at the Open Championships. We're going to have to name something after him, I think, pretty soon. I don't know. But, real quick, let's take a look up at McNiel's scoreboard. I know for these guys, it's definitely about the Eagles and not necessarily about the money. But if I'm McNiel right now, can you say super bracket? Last night he shoots 257, 279, 256, and he's already in the 260s here in game 1 of doubles. Looking to become the first bowler in tournament history to roll 3 800 series on the tournament lanes, and he is dialed in. It does look like a different ball than we saw in 2010 and 11, but the same sweet stroke, and he's getting it done here. Starts his doubles with 268. All right, so the number McNiel is chasing at this point, individually, 2170. And he is well on his way. 792 last night, starts tonight with 268, but still, that's only 4 games in. 5 games to go, we'll see what happens. And I believe what these guys are really looking for is team all events. That number 9954, SMB Pro Shop. Some familiar names here. And these guys, they came up a little bit short last year. Linds Lakers did of their 3rd team all events title, and probably a very bitter feeling. Everybody bowled very well, a lot of 10,000s last year, but they got edged out, and that's what it's all about. They know that, and had they won, they just edged out somebody else. So that's how it works. That's what it's all about, and they're certainly fighting for it here. So the number 9954. These guys well on their way. Sam Lanto, 236, game 1. Todd Savoy, 236. Matt McNiel, 268, the newcomer to the team. Luke Voigtlander shot 300 in the team event last year during their big run. He starts the night here with 210. And Savoy, as we mentioned, 236. And John Ice, 251. So we'll keep our calculations and we'll know what's going on. Emil Williams here with me as well. He is down on the lanes getting some other video. And our pairings tonight, the 2 left-handers, Matt McNiel and Charles Vashaw. Vashaw part of the 2 team all events titles in 02 and 06. And he comes up big here at 237, so maybe we'll see some new doubles leaders here as well. And Ice and Voigtlander paired up, Savoy and Lanto. And the rest of the group, Thomas Corbett, Gary Green. And, see who we got over there on the far lane. It is Hoppenrath and Sodergren. So those guys are on our far pair, 5 and 6. Struggling a little bit. So actually, while we're standing here, we're joined now by Jerry Casebolt, who we saw bowling the team event earlier. They, of course, as always, on schedule, the last ones to be done on the team event.
I think somebody down there was after us.
But once again, of course, we had our eyes on that group. Mike Rose Jr., the 2007 regular all events champ in that group. Mike Gaither, Kevin Mitchell, Casebolt, all familiar names. And a couple solid scores, 3100s and 3137, 3145. Jerry shaking his head. Looks like maybe they left a little something out there. But while we're watching these guys, let's talk about you guys for a minute, and then we'll get back to the show that we're watching right now.
Well, I think we did the Bowler's Journal this afternoon. We did the practice lane at 4 o'clock. Just to kind of get our swing back in the right frame, because over at the BJ we were in quite a bit. And I don't know, the practice lane's good. It was kind of in between the 2 One lane was tight, one lane was hooking. And up here we found that it was kind of in between the two.
All right, sorry about that. Some technical issues over here, but Case Bolt, let's go back to what you were saying about the whole experience.
Well, like I said, we did do pretty much everything. We bowled the BJ, we did the practice lane. Practice lane was good, gave us a little feel for what is kind of out there. We did have one lane that seemed to be really tight, one lane that was had a lot more hook on it. It was kind of in between is what we found as a collective group, that when we got on the lanes it was kind of in between what we had upstairs, which was okay because it gave us the back end. The back ends are very strong, a lot stronger down here than they are up there. We broke them down kind of like we always try to do, and first game we struggled. We kept moving and moving and moving, never could really catch up. Shoot, what, 988? Second game we shoot 11-12. Kind of everybody got a good feel for it. Third game, they definitely transitioned again on us, and a couple of them didn't keep up to it. I made a couple of bad shots. Everybody made some bad shots, missed some spares. We missed more spares this year than I think we missed in like 2 years combined.
Well, all right, you guys just got things done then, and now that you've had a chance to bowl on this condition and see what things are like out there here in Baton Rouge, 34.01. What do you think about that number?
It's a tough score for here. That it can be beat, but you're gonna have to bowl really well to beat it. It's a very solid number for what's out there.
All right, well, we know team event, just one event here at the Open Championships. What we're watching now is a pretty solid effort towards team all events, which is a 45-game marathon. So all 5 guys.
Toughest eagle to win.
And they're all events totals added together. These guys have done it twice, 2002, 2006. Came very close last year, shot over 10,000. And it came up a little bit short, and it's always pretty inspiring to see these guys come together, especially late in the game, down in singles, and just see all the teamwork. Obviously, they dress alike, they feel like a team. The camaraderie, the communication is unbelievable. They've added McNiel, the left-hander, this year to balance that out. So he's paired up with Vashaw from their companion team. A fellow left-hander, so a lot of communication happening there. Those guys happen to be following 2 lefties as well. Again, correct. Part of the luck of the draw here at the Open Championships, at least for this year.
They got a good draw this year. That is a definite fact.
So McNiel was up here in the booth with us during the team event, and obviously I would guess after shooting 790 last night, he's got to feel pretty comfortable going back out there this year, or today.
He should feel very comfortable out there tonight, because basically he's starting on what he finished on, because he had a couple of left-handers on his pair that play him pretty much the same way he was playing them. First couple games last night, he was playing just straight. Last game he kind of got in just a little bit, which he had to, but I think it looks like he started out exactly where he finished last night, which would make sense because he had a couple left-handers before him.
Following 2 lefties, now he's got a lefty on his pair as well.
Pair, yes.
And in Vashaw, they are communicating as things are unfolding. I'm not sure what McNeil's throwing tonight. He mentioned earlier the bankroll, 900 global, with a little bit of surface here. It could be a Black Eagle, not sure at this point. But whatever it is,
it's tough to tell from our view up here.
Yeah, whatever it is, he's throwing it really well. And started the night with 268. Now the front 3 here. And in game 2. So it's, of course, a long road. 5 more games of doubles and singles here. 99.54, the number they're chasing.
They got a great chance at that 99.54.
Big head start last night, 32.78, 5th place in regular team.
Yes.
Got to feel pretty good about that. Voigtlander struggled a little bit. It was 5.91. John Ice, 6.02. And Savoy, 6.12. Those guys all capable of much more. And I think they're definitely ready for that tonight.
And so far, they're producing more.
Both groups that we're watching right now, McNiel and his foursome on lane 7 and 8, following again 2 solid teams from the Wichita area, including 2 lefties. However, they're going to flip to lanes 5 and 6, and not the same caliber of players over there earlier or right now. And then 9 and 10 featured USBC Hall of Famer Linda Kelly and Team USA member Shane Blahaski, and 2 very solid teams that bowled well here. Then these guys are going to flip to 11 and 12. Again, not any strong teams there, and now some lower caliber players on those lanes. So we'll see how all that comes into play.
It'll take them a frame or 2 to, I think, catch up. But I think once they realize, and they were out here watching, they know what was before them. They saw it. They're going to be smart. They're going to they'll make the moves pretty quick.
Well, and again, at least until next year when we go to fresh oil every squad, again, you're the luck of the draw, really. And so far, the doubles draw pretty good. We'll see how things unfold, or if it will even matter. Team all events, I would say probably the most coveted of the titles here at the Open Championships, but the one that doesn't pay at all. So it's all about the Eagle.
All about the Eagle.
And knowing that you survived the marathon.
Yep. Team all events and regular all events are the 2 titles. And it's amazing they have won the team all events title twice. That is an astronomical feat.
Well, they won it twice, and they were awfully close. Other times,
second once, that's right.
Last year finished
I know
third.
about second.
Nobody ever remembers who finished a second, unfortunately, except for those who did.
Except for the ones who finished second. They know who they finished second. But second doesn't pay. First doesn't pay, but first gets the Eagle. And I think that's what the top couple hundred teams are here for, is the Eagle. It's not really, they're not here for the bracket money. It's a good little side thing. I think most of your premier bowlers are here to win an Eagle. I know that's what our team's put together for.
Well, Matt McNiel, the 2010 regular all events champ, grew up
He's
around
got the first 4 right now, getting ready to throw on the lane 8. Shear off his hand again.
front 5, no problem. McNiel grew up around these guys. He idolized them. He worked in their pro shops. He watched them bowl league. He watched them bowl city and state, and he just wanted to be part of this group more than anything, and worked his way up. And of course,
it's gonna be tough to kick him off now.
How about that? So he found success, earned his way onto arguably the strongest team out of Minnesota, and now he's leading the way. So 268 in game 1, front 5 here in game 2.
I believe they call that the yellow brick road that he's throwing on right now.
He's rocking the sweater vest here tonight. A little chilly in the Baton Rouge River Center.
Unless you go outside, then it's 100% humidity, that is.
Well, Mr. Case Bolt, I walked in the building just before 9 a.m. today, and haven't seen daylight, and I might see daylight on my way home today, but hopefully it's after a lot of excitement, because that's what we're here to do, bring the excitement to our fans and bowling fans out there. We appreciate everybody joining us. If you're just tuning in or just waking up or whatever it is, this is Matt Canizaro, Media Relations Manager here at the Open Championships, live 2012, the event, Baton Rouge River Center. Jerry Casebolt, star bowler from Colorado, just got done bowling the team event. Used to work with us, and he knows a lot of these familiar faces as well. Checking in the booth while Emil is down on the lanes, getting some other video footage. But these guys definitely putting on a strike clinic. So, but will it be enough when it's all said and done? We'll let you know in 5 games. Appreciate you sticking with us, though.
Seeing a little transition going on 9 and 10, it looks like. Savoy and Lanto were kind of getting that little over-under.
Well, these guys are definitely loose, and there's all smiles and high fives, and that's what it's all about. I mean, if you can get confident, just have a good time and relax and throw good shots.
That's exactly right. We talked about that as we were bowling down there tonight. We first game, you're trying to play them straight, burn them up, create that little bit of friction point out there. And when you're trying to play them straight, you're obviously a little tighter. And it takes a little bit to get out of that habit. A few frames, a few bad shots, a few opens. But once you figure out that you need to get your arm swing loose, you got to stay loose. You can't be tight here. If you're tight, ball does crazy stuff.
Well, McNiel's ball doing some crazy stuff. Nothing
He's
but
very
striking
loose right now.
Yeah, these guys all look like they're having a good time. No head scratchers at all.
Yeah. I haven't seen someone that arm swing that loose at the Open Championships in a long time. Since I do believe Mike Rosen, about 2008, when he took over the all events lead after he just won it the year before. It's one of the best performances that I've ever seen.
And of course, that year as well, the last one done on that squad, it was a 5:30 squad. I remember it like it was yesterday. And I never thought I'd see the day where the defending champ took the lead again. I heard how hard it was. And he missed a single pin early in the final game and threw a whole lot of strikes to finish with 250 and crept into the lead briefly.
Briefly, it only lasted what? Was it a whole week?
Still a pretty inspiring
exactly,
performance there to be able to do that. And McNiel came so close last year, and he needed a pretty solid single set. And the ball change came just a couple frames too late. He was sticking with the one that got him there. I guess, you danced with the one that brought you or whatever. And,
that's right.
He rode it a little too long, and the ball change turned out to be a good one, but too late.
Yep.
And came up short, but I don't think he's going to leave it.
I don't believe he's going to need to make a ball change tonight. Because I haven't seen anything that doesn't look like a strike on his score. It's pretty impressive.
I remember actually talking to McNiel that year in Albuquerque, 2008. He was just a young dude back then. I mean, granted, it was only 4 years ago, but he was out there. He wasn't even out of youth bowling, I don't believe.
No, I believe you're right.
And he was just asking a lot of questions, real curious about how things work, talking about junior gold and some different things. But very inquisitive and always looking to learn. And certainly he's learned a few things in those couple of years. And already the all events record holder, 23-26, all events champion, looking for 7 in a row here.
That one was a little high.
Getting all the breaks, that's going to loosen you up a little bit more. So he now has a front 7. And McNiel, one of 31 bowlers, all kinds of stats now with the McNiel Chronicles. We'll call him Matty McHonor. 299, 806 in 2010. Take home the all events title with a record score. Comes back next year, almost wins it. Shoots 300, 822 in doubles on the live stream.
That's right.
So he is now one of 31 bowlers to bowl 300 and 800 at the Open Championships. Okay,
it's an impressive feat right there in itself.
As one list, so 31 bowlers in 109 years of tournament history have accomplished that. And he is one of 3 bowlers with multiple 800s at the Open Championships.
Correct. There's only 3?
There's only 3. McNiel.
I guess you don't count the Masters in. That's
John
right.
Sosa.
Yep.
And last year's two-time champ Matt Wegan,
Yep.
who was the first to have back-to-back
Back-to-back
800s. So McNiel now looking to become the first with 3. That would be back-to-back-to-back years. 3 in a career, let alone 3 years in a row.
A very young career at that.
And in another short list, only 23 bowlers in tournament history with 2 300s at the Open Championships. So looking to add his name to that list right now with the front 7. And a lot of people are kind of wondering, would he be a one-hit wonder after 2010? And he proved everybody, all the naysayers, wrong in 2011. And I mean, you can't say anything but good things about this kid. He puts in the hard work, and he's been winning a little bit of everything all year long. Looking for 8 in a row here. There it is, front 8. Of course, some people could say that it's the National Bowling Stadium. Oh, it's Matt McNeil's house. It's a lefty house or whatever because he bowls well. Well, guess what, folks? We're not at the National Bowling Stadium right now. We're in Baton Rouge,
Louisiana.
Our second visit here. We were here in 2005, and of course, same venue, different lanes, different condition. But we had 1 800 this year. We had none in 2005. Only 12 300s in 2005, and we're at 14 here this year, about halfway through.
And I think it's a tougher condition this year than it was in 2005.
So I think watching McNiel take the all events lead in 2010 will always be one of my top memories from this event. Just so appreciative of what he accomplished, and he actually had no idea. I think he knew he was close to the lead. I mean, you have to be after you go 780, 740, and then you're right at 800. But I mean, he had to stay composed because it was the lead, it was 800, it was 300, all happening at once, and of course he got it done.
I think when you're bowling, you actually kind of know where you're at, but when it comes down to that high of a number and that close, I really don't think you actually have a clue how close you really are.
Well, he
Because
certainly,
you're in the moment, like right now, you know, he's got the front 8.
well, he certainly didn't know back then that he had the record. He knew he was close to the lead.
Yes.
And I was very surprised to find out. He actually almost collapsed on the approach, but right here, he's had this routine so far tonight. He's come back, got a drink of water after every frame.
With the same cup, as a matter of fact.
With the same cup. Appreciate that. So does the environment. Earth Day just last weekend, but he just took a bathroom break after 8 in a row. So we'll see how that factors in here. If he's in fact dialed in, went high on this lane last shot.
Went light.
Went light this time. Made an adjustment. Last time went high, tripped out the 610.
This time,
this
one rolled the 3-9.
Rolls a 3-9, so there he goes, grabs his cup.
But as soon as he doesn't strike, he will throw that cup away and get a new one.
Well, while we have this chance, it's hard to not talk about McNiel. Of course, there's 4 other teammates and their companion team out here tonight, but McNiel putting on a show again. There it is, there's a look. Matty McHonorscore is what we called him after last year, and he's on a run again here. Had the front 9 last night, left a 7-pin in game 2 of the team event, finished with 279. And just a quick rundown before McNiel gets back up there. Game number 2, Sam Lanto, 226. Todd Savoy, 204. And the rest of the team here on McNeil's pair, so.
Boy, they had like 127 in the 6th frame. They threw a few strikes towards the end of the game.
here's McNiel looking for 10 in a row. 7-pin goes late. So good thing I brought a whole stack of honor score applications here, because Matt McNiel is putting on a show here, and the excitement, I could use some profanity. I don't know. I might.
I wouldn't use profanity.
Just
that's my job.
It's hard to put it all in perspective, what this kid has accomplished in just a couple of years.
Well, he just shot his average.
Started the night with 268, and wanted more than anything to be part of this team, and now he's leading them. So get on the mat train. This gentleman drops his ball on lane 13. McNiel rattled, steps off the approach.
Yeah, at least he didn't fall down on the approach. Got to put a little shout out to one of our ex-teammates, Greg Thomas. I think he's listening right now. Wish he was still bowling with us.
So Matt McNiel, front 10, making history at the Open Championships. He is unstoppable. Here's the 11th shot.
Looks pretty good.
He has got everything here tonight. So he is carrying him high, he's carrying him light, mixing him up, knocking him down, tripping this. Holy cow. When you're dialed in, when it is your night, it's your night.
You're
certainly,
loose.
I would not say.
I don't think there's a tight bone in his body right now.
I would not say that these are the best shots I've ever seen him throw. But he is one shot away from adding his name to a very short list, or another short list. 23 bowlers in tournament history with multiple 300s on the tournament lanes. Let's see if he can become number 24 and stay composed for 4 more games. Here it is, McNiel for 300.
It's good.
He liked it. There it is.
I do believe you got to retype your list, Matt.
I'm going to add his name to that list right now. Matty McHonor score. 300 again at the Open Championships, folks, and you saw it here live on Bowl TV. Bonus coverage and worth every penny. Matt McNiel can't believe it either. Emil Williams Jr. down there, he can't believe it. Matt just spent 3 hours up here talking to us on the live stream.
Yep.
792 last night. 568 after 2.
After 2, not 3.
Here in doubles. A lot of bowlers. Kill to have that after 3. Matt McNiel rewriting the history books here at the Open Championships. Now, of course, he has to regain his composure, because not only is he looking at another 800, history in the making, but the doubles lead very well in their graph.
Yes, it is.
And team all events.
Doubles partner is bowling very well, as a matter of fact, himself. Struck the first ball in the 10th. Let's see what he does here on the second ball in the 10th. Looks pretty good. Light.
Leaves the 10 pin. Not quite getting the carry that McNiel got, but Bashaw, 237, and could be 237 here in game 2 with a pickup of the 10 pin. And And based on what I've seen these last 2 years just alone, I think Matt McNiel could auction off the spot as his doubles partner and make a whole lot of money. Because he is money. He is money in doubles the last 2 years. 822 last year, 268, 300 this year. And these guys are well on their way. The lead in doubles, 1464.
And they have can't make it out from here.
1042.
1042.
So they need 440 plus 40 to take the doubles lead. Lucas Wiseman even still awake, and absolutely, Lucas, if again, if I could throw the ball even remotely 100th as good as Matt McNiel, I can't even speak proper English right now, and get within 400 pins of him at the Open Championships, that would be unbelievable. There's not much more I can say. But McNeil's going to step up here, looking at 268, 300 here in doubles.
A little light. Been carrying that all, well, been carrying it today, and he carried it all night last night.
Lucas Wiseman just mentioned the video of Jerry Casebolt repeatedly falling down on the approach in 2005. Lucas, we talked about that earlier, and that was pre-YouTube, of course, but now the technology allows it. That is something that we would love to see in a YouTube video, especially the way that you had it looped, where he just kept falling down over and over and over. Was pretty hilarious. So if you can make that happen, that would be excellent, perhaps for a commercial in between games or such at the live streaming.
Another good shot. A little light, but he got the mixer that time, didn't leave the 10.
So McNiel plus 360 through 5 games here at the 2012 Open Championships. Current all events leader, Ryan Whitney, 2170. I know it's kind of early, but we might see some numbers going down here at the Open Championships tonight. These guys came ready to play, especially after last year falling short. As Lanto and Savoy, we can't miss these guys on 9 and 10. They are continuing to strike as well. Sam Lanto with a spare and 5 in a row after 236, 226. So I know it's a long way to go. I keep saying that, so we won't count our chickens too early. But
it is a long way to go.
Things going exceptionally well here in doubles right now. So get all you can right now. Again, we knew who was on these pairs before. Some pretty talented bowlers, luck of the draw. But it's where they're going to flip to. We'll see what happens in singles. So get all you can right now while they're good.
Definitely will be a little bit of a learning curve when they do flip to the new pairs.
So Matt McNiel already the all events record holder, 23-26 in 2010. Proved himself again in 2011, 22-41, averaging 253 over the last 2 years, and looking to up that average here in 2012. And, he shot 300 here in game 2 of doubles. Not the best I've seen him throw the ball. Everything went his way.
That's what it takes.
Sometimes it takes a little bit of luck.
Rather be lucky than good any day.
Sam Lanto, after 5 in a row, leaves a 6-10 on lane 9. You probably see that on the right side of your screen. Neal, 30 clean last night, 257, 279, 256, and clean here as well through 268, 300. Here he is up on the left lane. Dialed in. They're following 2 left-handers. One of them definitely helped break down the outside of the lane. She missed left a few times. And Corey Simmons, a talented former Team USA member and Newman University collegiate player a few years back. Those 2 kids know how to play, and to follow them,
it's definitely a bonus. Definitely a bonus to have that little bit of extra, probably push from where he's playing, because I'm sure they were probably playing a little bit inside of where he's at.
So Emil Williams Jr. out there on the lanes getting some video coverage. He was asked to get a few shots of Sam Lanto, who's a longtime bowler here at this event. A lot of success. And now he's got some bonus coverage. Matt McNiel shooting 300. Big shot there, Sam Lanto. So it doesn't even feel like I've been here for 16 hours, to be honest with you. The excitement is, this is what it's all about.
That's why you do what you do, sir.
That is exactly why, to be a part of these moments.
High flush again.
I don't know if it's the goosebumps because of the excitement or because it's freezing in here, I'm not sure, but either way, it's always awesome to watch. And the fact that it's the same kid 3 years in a row, that's got to say something. He's come a long way.
Definitely is matching up very well on the Open Championships lanes. Who was his doubles partner last year, Matt?
He actually bowled a different group last year.
I know he bowled a different group, but
I can pull that up real quick. Actually,
I bet he's kind of singing the blues.
Well, I actually don't remember off the top of my head anyway, but I mean, they've made a good run at it. And certainly a good run happening here as well, 1464. So Vashaw is going to step up and shoot at the 2-4. Let's take a look at the scoreboard real quick while we have this opportunity. McNiel, 268, 300. These guys just need 440 for the doubles lead, which is at 1464. Just a couple days ago, as a matter of fact. That number in serious jeopardy at this point.
Especially when Matt's averaging a little over 65, 66 right now.
So we'll have some calculations for you along the way. There's a lot to look at right now. We're looking at team all events, doubles, McNiel, of course, chasing his own all events record. There's some chatter in the chat room about the fact that McNiel is clean almost through 6 games. Some talk of a previous record banner, 90 clean, that actually no longer exists.
It doesn't, you're right. What happened to it?
It's at Jeff Riggle's house. Matt McNiel again carries the 6'10", 6'7", 10. It is his day. That's 4 in a row for the left-hander.
Never thought we'd see another 90 clean. Is that why we got rid of the banner?
So McNiel dialed in right now. Sam Lanto stepping up in the 9th frame. He's still got a possible 260 out there. Goes light. Voigtlander struggling a little bit tonight. 210, 179. He strikes. Yeah, just to put the conversation to rest, it was discovered that there was another 90 clean at another point in history, and that was that. So no longer a one-person record, and that's that. There's been more than one, and anytime you accomplish that, it's an amazing feat. And Matt McNiel, 5.5 games on his way. The big number that he's chasing, 23-26, his own all events record. So let's focus on that right now. Let's focus on the doubles lead. Let's focus on team all events. However, Charles Vashaw back-to-back open frames.
He just left the 3-7 in the previous frame.
Todd Savoy, possible 228. Those guys bowling on 9 and 10 right now. They're going to flip to the right to 11 and 12. McNiel and his folks are going to flip left to 5 and 6. McNiel now up looking for 5 in a row. Needs 232 for his 3rd career 800 here. Got that one in. And it holds.
Wow.
And it did not look good from here. He did not seem to like it. Shaking his head, but holy cow.
You got it, you got it. Goes back to what I said earlier. When you're loose, things happen. Your arm swing is loose, not tight. Get away with a few more little those little mistakes like that.
Vashaw back on track with the strike after back-to-back opens, so these guys need just 440 for the doubles lead. Current leader 1464. tough crowd in the chat room tonight. This kid is just throwing it good, throwing it well. That's all you can do. And you take what the lane gives you. He's taking advantage of some excellent carry tonight. You can't fault him for that. We've all done it. That's how it works. I mean, it's a little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. And 2,300 one year, 2,200 the next year is it's a lot more than just luck. So Matt McNiel stepping up. Spare, 5-bagger, looking for 6 in a row here. Doubles lead, team all events can all happen.
All on the line. That's a little better shot off his hand. And it's high push. That's a good shot.
And some help from the chat room last year. Matt Bowman, Clayton Moore in doubles when he shot 300, 822. Appreciates the help there. So Vashaw is going to step up.
Needs to double. Needs to find something.
Struggling here. Started the night with 237, 237. Struggling here with 3 opens through 5 frames. Game number 3. Just hold on for the ride, Mr. Vashaw. Good shot here. Doubles up.
That looked a little better.
Great shot there.
Yep.
And the whole team getting into it now. There's a look at the scoreboard. McNiel, 290 pace. Vashaw, big double. John Ice throwing some strikes as well. Voigtlander, 3-bagger of his own on 260 pace here. And they got to be feeling pretty good heading into singles. We'll have some numbers along the way. 4-bagger for John. McNiel now stepping up on the right lane.
Well, and then on the adjacent pair, you got Sam Lanto, Todd Savoy. Just shoot a great number. For most people at the Open Championships of 13:45 in doubles.
McNiel strikes again. .697 for Lanto. 649 for Savoy. Savoy was 612 last night. Regular doubles lead 1464. 1371 currently 10th. So those guys 1345 just outside the top
15,
10.
16, 17, somewhere in there.
Gary Green for the companion team. Part of that team all events effort shoots 761. And they shoot 1439. We're talking about all the other guys. We're not even realizing what's happening right there in front of us. Thomas Corbett and Gary Green, 1439.
Second place.
Second place in doubles for the companion team.
There's a big turkey right there.
So those guys last night shoot 31 to 58. And they're right in the mix as well. So definitely not a one-team race by any means. There's a lot happening here. Got a lot of eyes. David Hoppenrath, unfortunately, 5'10" on the adjacent pair, 5 and 6. But that's 761 for Gary Green, shot 655 last night. And Corbett, 679.
There's another good shot off McNeil's hand. Rips 7 out.
This kid is unbelievable, have to say it.
He's definitely feeling it right now. His first ball, first frame at the third game here was a great shot. Just a little light, didn't get the mixer like he's been getting all night. Or we could be seeing a chance at another record.
Got some critics in the chat room. Some critics
About
McNiel being left-handed and the left side's easy and all those guys. Probably a bunch of right-handers.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, me too. Here's Vashaw working on 3 in a row.
That's in. Goes high.
Goes high, leaves the 6-7.
Definitely makes it tougher for him now.
So here's the story, looking up at the scoreboard. They needed plus 40 for the doubles lead. McNiel doing everything he can. Vashaw gonna shoot the 6-7. Gives it a run.
I guess if McNiel shoots his average, they pretty much have it in the bag. I guess if Charles can, throw a double in the 10th frame.
So possible 471 out there.
We're gonna find out right now.
See if McNiel can take it on his shoulders. McNiel.
High flush.
Unbelievable.
Perfect shot.
So Mr. McNiel, first bowler in tournament history with 3 800 series.
Yep, that's a amazing feat, right or left-handed, I don't care. Different venues, the stadiums. The stadium's a stadium, we all know that. But we are in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This is not the stadium. That one's good. Light.
7-pin doesn't cooperate. McNiel was actually at 850 pace. Looking at the second highest series in tournament history, because it come up a little bit short. But what can you say? I mean, the kid just bowled his third 800 at the tournament 3 years in a row. He's going to shoot this 7-pin. 279 for 847.
Impressive. Very impressive, man. There's Charles up on the lane right now. Let's see what he can do. If he can double, that'll give him a little distance. Decent shot, just a little high, leaves a 610. So Thomas and Gary, that just moved into second place in the doubles, are now in third place, Matt. Because we do have new leaders. They're going to fall short of the doubles record of 1566, set back in 2009 by Brenda Edwards and Stephen Vila. Matt's doing a little quick calculations over here to see how they stand after their second set of 3 games, team and doubles. Definitely in very good standings with Mr. McNiel being, 430 over himself.
Is that 642 for Vashaw?
642 for, I believe,
1489. New doubles leaders.
89.
Let's see. McNiel, 847. John Ice, 715. Voigtlander, 635. Calculators on overtime.
Great scores no matter what.
These guys shoot 35-43 for doubles. To go along with 32-78 last night, 68-21.
They would have just broken the regular team record, Matt, if they'd be a bowling team right now.
31-33 is what they need for the team all events lead of 99-54. We'll see what these singles pairs give them. 1489 new doubles leaders.
Still got some work out there, but someone in the crowd just got the cup that Matt McNiel used all 3 games, and he even signed it for him. I'd love to get him in front of the camera to show everybody.
All right, I'm going to move the camera. Be right back with you in just 1 minute.
Here's the thing. That was on 5 or 6. Came over here. He's a man child. He's going to shoot us. You got 5 of them? You got 5 of them? I say breaks his record. He has to shoot what?
All right, folks, now we're turning our attention to singles. We've got the camera faced as best we can down to lanes 5 and 6, where Matt McNiel just made history, became the first bowler at the Open Championships in 109 years of competition with 3 800s on the tournament lanes.
Good luck tomorrow. Good luck tomorrow, guys.
McNiel needs just 531 in singles. That's 531 to take the all events lead. 2170 currently leading. McNiel 792, 847. In doubles, 3 800s at the Open Championship. Shot 300, all here live on Bowl TV. Bonus coverage. McNiel needs just 687 to break his own all events record here at the tournament. right, we'll let you guys quietly watch Matt McNiel. New doubles leaders, 1489. McNiel shoots 847 in doubles with a 300 here on the live stream 2 years in a row. And these guys now fighting for the team all events lead. They need just 31-33 here in singles. Stay tuned. As McNiel misses the headpin on the left lane. So again, part of this is all about who you follow. So we'll see. McNiel, one of 24 bowlers with multiple 300s here at the Open Championships. The only bowler with 3 800s. As his first Open of the year comes there. This is the 1, 3, 6, 10. All right, Matt McNiel up on the right lane trying to get back on track after his first open frame of the 2012 event. Misses the head pin left again. So basically the same shots, but PBA washout. So McNiel needs just 531 to take the all events lead here in 2012, 687 to break his own all events record, but he's gonna have to make some quick adjustments. Here on the singles pair, there's still quite a crowd here in the River Center watching history. After spending 2.5 hours with us on the live stream, McNiel comes out, shoots 847 in doubles, but things not looking so good for these guys here in singles, however, but still early. Time to get lined up. They need just 31-33. That's still a pretty solid number here for a 5-person team, but we will see. Williams Jr. back on the headset. He was down getting some video of all kinds of things. And Emil, we're just reading about some skeptics in this in the chat room. It's unfortunate that that the gentleman, for what he's accomplished, cannot get his due. But we'll see what happens here in singles. Going to make some moves. Going to get lined up. There's a good shot there. He's back on the strike train after a pair open. So we will see what happens.
Well, that's just part of the game right there. Always going to have that. So, but nonetheless, I actually thought that might happen based on the events prior to. I tell you this, I don't know who he followed last year and the year before. I don't really think it mattered.
Well, it's unfortunate there's people actually suggesting that
I know it. That's what they're
that
doing.
we did this on purpose. That like it's not random. That that these guys followed who they followed, and yeah, I'm speechless. I'm just gonna leave that alone because that's unbelievable that people just won't give credit where credit is due for great bowling. But here we are. We'll ignore it. I might just turn off the chat room, I guess, not even pay attention to that. I'm going to watch some great bowling. Watch some all-around great guys make a run at team all events here who deserve every bit of success they find here and have found in recent years. Regardless, a lot of folks staying up late to join us. We do appreciate it. Dave Bartlett down at headquarters. Checking in, appreciate the support there.
It's pretty simple. Since 2010. And you don't really say things like this, but he's owned this tournament. Period. And I know he only has one win to show for it.
Well,
but the rest of his scores speak for itself.
But so much talk at this event. We show a lot of team events, talking about 8 or 9 right-handers breaking the lanes down together. The sole goal in mind there is to open them up for later. Obviously, you're going to struggle a little bit when they're fresh, and they're going to be, open for the final game or game and a half, and that's where you capitalize and you have a big score. We've seen it a number of times, and you're not going to see 6 or 8 left-handers get the opportunity to do that, and this is an opportunity possibly for the left-handers to follow each other, and the lanes are open, and that's. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it, but that's how things work. Conspiracy theorist out there staying up late tonight, so thank you. Let's focus on some bowling. I'm not even going to worry about what's happening in the chat room right now. Trying to watch Sam Lanto, Todd Savoy, Matt McNiel, John Ice, Luke Voigtlander make a run at Team All Events here in 2012. Gary Green, Thomas Corbett shoot 14:39 in doubles. They are now third. McNiel and Vashaw, 14:89 on top of the double standings. Team all events well within their grasp. 31-33 is all they need here in singles.
Unfortunately, the flip has Mr. McNiel struggling just a little bit, trying to find his way. That only adds to the heat, if you will. Shout out to everybody who's staying up late, though. Appreciate you tuning in.
So let's take a look at the scoreboard here. They're cruising through game number 1 of singles. There it is. 31-33 is the number they need here. Matt McNiel needs 5:31 to match our all events leader, 21:70. So a lot happening. We've been with you since 8 p.m. And we'll be with you till the very end. Emil Williams Jr. here with me as well. We got all the cameras, all the paperwork, all ready to go.
That was yesterday, by the way.
Yeah. And let's get back to the action now. You've seen the scores. Now let's see the bowlers. Vashaw stepping up on the left. McNiel getting ready on the right. This game not going so well early. Big shot there. Vashaw doubles up. Shout out to Ryan Whitney if he's out there watching, our current all events leader. All around good guy. Stayed up there for quite some time. It's not over yet, Ryan. But McNiel needs just 5:32 to pass it, but hey, it's the Open Championships, anything can happen.
There's Robert Teeters out there on lane 20. Mr. Teeters bowling. This is his 56th appearance here in the tournament. And if I had to place a bet, put some money on Robert Teeters reaching the all-time participation record, 71.
Yeah, he hit 50. He was just 63 years old.
That's wow. What are social media networks looking like? I'm sure you've gotten the word out.
The word is out. There's a lot of chatter, a lot of folks watching tonight. However, not loving what I'm reading in the chat rooms, but mostly on Facebook. A lot of support for Mr. McNiel and what he's accomplished here tonight. So McNiel struggling here in game 1 of singles. So far since these lanes were oiled, 3 games of team event, 3 games of doubles, and now 1 game of singles. So we're heading into the 10th frame of game 1 of singles. McNiel needs 5:31 for the all events lead and 31:33 for team all events. So a lot happening right now. Sam Lanto, Todd Savoy, the other 2 members of this team over on 11 and 12 right now. We'll keep you posted on those scores. So we'll do the calculations.
So what's for breakfast?
Well, we're going to have some work to do. And then I'm going to go home and change. And then, sure, we can meet up.
How about that?
Absolutely. Grab a bite before I come back in and do some more work. And a lot more excitement, I'm sure. Tomorrow, a lot of great bowlers bowl today. Always something popping at the Open Championships. Don't let your guard down. Appreciate everybody staying up with us. It's nearly 2 a.m. here in Baton Rouge. Bonus coverage from the USBC Open Championships. Matt Kandazara and Neil Williams Jr. got things underway at 8 p.m. last night for the team event. Some talented bowlers from Wichita and a lot of other great players ended up on the same squad. Very cool to see all that happening at once. And then Matt McNiel and his Linds Lakers teammates bowled very well last night. So we figured, what the heck, as long as we're set up, let's show the world some more Open Championships competition. And McNiel put on a show. 300, 847 in doubles, took the doubles lead, 1489. Things not going as well here in singles, game number 1. McNiel can strike out for 168. So it's 100 pins off his doubles pace. Gets the first one, leaves the 6-8. So he'll be in the 150s, scratching his head, making some changes. His doubles partner, Charles Vashaw, also a left-hander, going to help him out. John Ice, 207. Luke Voklander, a strikeout for 227. Lanto finishes with 184. Savoy going to be in the 230s. With the spare here. So, ladies and gentlemen, got some work to do. But anytime you move pairs, obviously with the conditions not fresh, you're at the mercy of what's out there and you have to figure it out. That's part of the challenge of this event. And that's what he's doing right now. Finishes with 157. We'll take a look at the scoreboard as Vashaw finishes things up. Savoy finishes with 212. Lanto 184. And the rest of their team, McNiel, Ice, Voklander. Padilla checking in from Arlington area in Texas. Steven, thanks for joining us tonight. Steven and Brenda Padilla are doubles record holders here, 1566 back in 2009. They have recently celebrated the birth of their little one. I imagine that that definitely has their hands full, and possibly the reason that Mr. Padilla is up at this hour. But regardless, thanks for joining us. Definitely quite a show being put on here at the Open Championships tonight.
That record was within reach for McNiel and Bashaw. It was there, so that's a lot of pressure.
Emil, with all this excitement going on with the high scores and such, some 300s, a lot happening this week. We also had two 50-year guys join the 50-year club, number 148 and 149. Another great accomplishment here at the Open Championships. I don't want to say buried or on the back burner at this point with all this excitement, so we got to balance it out. Of course, we're here to tell all the stories, and those, just as important as history as we saw early tonight. So, for those of you interested in that, you can find all that and more on bowl.com. Sometime later today, as we sort through everything, get it all organized and out to the world.
Gerald Cole Sr. David Finlow reached the 50-year mark. It's always an honor to talk with individuals of that caliber, that stature.
A lot of folks here and at home, calculators in hand. Matt McNiel needs 532 to own the doubles. I'm sorry, the all events lead. 531 to tie. Already the doubles leader, 1489 with Charles Vassaw. There's a reason these gentlemen have orange eagles next to their names on the scoreboard. They are champions here at this event. They know how to get it done. Got very close last year and don't want to let it slip away again in 2012. Aaron Smith checking in from Reno, of course, 2 hours earlier there, but he is staying up late.
This guy.
And he's doing some Google work for us to let us know that there's a Waffle House on every exit in Baton Rouge if we feel like grabbing a bite when this is all over with. Of course, our first goal will be to get the news out to the world get it up on bowl.com, and then refocus.
My man Smith. Looking forward to his arrival. You know, he's struggling a little bit right now, of course, but you hope for his sake. He's able to keep it together. Coming off what just happened in doubles. Struggles first game, 157. Every non-strike, you know, gotta be wary of the body language, that kind of thing. So that's important. Pay attention to, but to keep himself mentally checked in.
Lento starting to get things going over around 11 and 12. The rest of the crew are still trying to find the groove here in singles. 31-33 is what they need for team all events. McNiel 5-31 to tie for the all events lead.
Looks like Chris Dunham has the front four down on 38. Chris shot 300 last night for GV8 Indianapolis. Helped lead them to a 12-61 final game last night. Highest game of the year, sixth highest all time. 32.06 total, just outside the top 10.
Do appreciate everybody sticking with us. There's a lot happening here at the Open Championship tonight. Matt McNiel looking to capture his second all-events title in 3 years. He finished third last year in his attempt to defend. Right now, doubles leaders looking for team all-events. All right, folks, we're still things going a little bit better here, as we said in game number 2. For Matt McNiel started doubles or singles with a 157 game. And we'll take a look at the scoreboard as he gets ready to shoot at the 3-9. It's right in front of us on 9 and 10. Charles Wineland has the front 7, so we'll keep an eye on that. And Emil has run down to the other side of the venue as well for some potential action down there. So a lot happening here tonight as McNiel leaves another open frame. So things not looking good here in singles, but he needs just 531 to reach the all events lead. Team all events. It sounded like a lock the way that they bowled in doubles. They shot 35-43 as a team. Need just 31-33 here in singles. But they had both flipped to what looks like pretty difficult pairs, and things not going well. Well, we will see. Bashaw leaves a 7-pin on lane 5. And Charles Wineland's run is over. Front 7 leaves an open frame. Neal leaves a 7-pin as well. And at this point, he's still a youngster, so he's got to keep his head together. I mean, obviously, he's used to bowling very well at this event, shooting 2,300 and 2,200 in back-to-back years. Did not battle very much adversity in those years. Got a lot of striking done. Didn't have to make a whole lot of moves, but it's a matter of staying calm right now, keeping your head in it. This is where he needs to rely on his teammates and their experience. They need to get over there and just talk him down a little bit, calm him down, and help him make the right moves here. Their experience, they've been here a long time, these guys, a lot of years, whole bunch of eagles. Matt, just the youngster of the group. That's where they need to work together. Crucial at this point. Folks, we are still live here at the 2012 USBC Open Championships, watching Matt McNiel and Linds Lakers try to get it done here on the low side of the Baton Rouge River Center. McNiel right now on lanes 5 and 6 needs just 5:32 to take the regular all events lead. 5:31 to tie Ryan Whitney, 21:70. The team all events lead also on the line. They need 31:33 here in singles. And McNiel already made history tonight. Shot 300 and 847 in doubles to become the first bowler in tournament history with 3 800s. And that helped him and Charles Vashaw into the regular doubles lead with 1489. So a lot going on. As we enter our 7th hour of live stream coverage from the Open Championship tonight, we appreciate everybody joining us. And we'll have the numbers as soon as we can. We'll just we'll keep calculating as we go. McNiel stepping up on lane 6, the man of the hour. There's not really much we can say at this point. We're just going to watch things unfold. He's working on a strike. Started singles with 157. If he can double up here, throws a great shot. We'll take a look at the scoreboard. There it is. 157, possible 214 here in game 2. McNiel, the owner of the all events record here at the Open Championships, 23-26. He'll need 687 to match that effort, which happened in 2010 at the National Bowling Stadium. Five pin doesn't want to cooperate. At least that's what it looks like that is from here. Could also be a 3 pin, not sure. Whatever it is, I don't believe it's where it belongs, but it does look like a 5 pin. So he switched them around right there. And over on 11 and 12, Sam Lanto, 210. Todd Savoy finishing things up here. Strikeouts for 168, so 31-33 after shooting almost 3,600. Doesn't sound like a lot, but they're going to have some work to do here in game number 3. Watch things unfold. McNiel finishes with 192. So there's a look at that. McNiel needs 182 for the all events lead, or at least a piece of it. We saw a similar situation last year where he had a shot at regaining the lead as the defending champion. And the last game just did not go as well as he had hoped. And he fell just short. Todd Savoy finishes with 156. John Ice, 193. Oaklander can strike out for 2-teen. Oaklander gonna finish things off here. Strike gives him 213. And gets 7, so that's 210. So by my calculations, these guys need 1197 here in their final game of singles. I'm going to add that up again. $11.97 is what they need here in their final game of singles. And again, the way they bowled in doubles, it looked like almost a lock for these guys. They were well on their way. 32.78 last night, 35.43 in doubles, and just goes to show you that you switch lanes, it's a whole different world. We've seen it before. We saw it earlier this year with one of our singles leaders, shot 483 in doubles, flipped to another pair, shot 785 in singles. It's like a whole new world. It's like a whole new bowling center when you switch lanes.
Yeah, good and could be good, could be bad. It's one of the things for a while here at the tournament, of course, that you've had to navigate through in minor events. As we talked about earlier, of course, with the changes for next year. Will this portion be eliminated? Well, who really knows? Who knows what staying on the same pair can do for you? We may have an idea, of course, based on how someone may be performing at that particular time.
Well, and again, it's going to be the same discussion. In this case, it was, who's on the pair before you, who helped break them down. In the team event, it's everybody working together. So then there's discussion about that. Well, doubles and singles then is going to be that same situation. Instead of 10 guys, it's going to be 6. And you're going to develop it all by yourself. So there's no question about what's going to be out there. And it's, again, I don't see how that situation is really any different. But that's all part of the event. I mean, everybody's going out there with the same situation. And it's whoever can capitalize and come out ahead, and that's what it's all about. I mean, it's as fair as it's ever going to be. I really did think the way things were going that 10,000 was an easy one. But 1197, if I was a betting man, I'd say that's a pretty sizable number. But if anybody can do it, these guys know what's going on. They know the score.
I would agree with that.
I've seen them do it before.
Well, nonetheless, the bonus has been won for the ages yet again. Quite intriguing and suspenseful, if you will. So we had a front 7 out here too. What time is it?
It is 2:12-ish.
Used to being upstairs in the office, either finishing up work, wrapping things up, or still hard at work, one or the other. So a piece of history for us as well. McNiel with strike, spare, strike. Here to start the third game. He's in Vogtlander. Also on the pair with him along with Charles Bashaw. Charles on the companion team there. Also shot 31-58, so they didn't have a bad team set yesterday either. In fact, they made up some ground, or I should say added some ground, as Gary Green bowled very well. And doubled as did Thomas Corbin. Lane 11, Sam Lanto, 9 spare strike. It's like 5 spare, 8 spare. Todd Savoy with his first strike of the game comes to the 4th frame. 3 consecutive spares to start. Shot. It's a big double. I didn't get a chance to see all of his second game, but I have to imagine that could be his first double of singles. I'm not sure, but the way things started for him. Ring 10 there for Lanto. Just feels kind of different now. Of course, the excitement and adrenaline and everything else taking place in doubles. Neal, 300, 847. Along with Charles Bashaw took the lead in doubles, 1489. No, then needing just 531 to reach 2170. Just the regular all events lead at the moment. And as Matt said, coming off a performance like that, team shot total 35-43. You almost automatically put them in the category of team all of this.
Now,
singles has been a different story.
What we talked about earlier was the fact that McNiel obviously has struggled here, and it would have been the perfect time for him to lean on the experience of his teammates, him being the youngster. And these guys have been around this for so long. The pressure, the ups and downs of the Open Championships and bowling in general. Unfortunately, with the rest of the group not bowling particularly well this game, it's hard for them to focus their attention on him as he makes his run, towards the all events league, because there's something in this for all of them at this point. So another interesting balance with communication and trying to keep each other calm and keep their heads in it. But McNiel clearly rattled, and I say rightfully so. I mean, he's still a young guy, and he's done a lot of striking over the past couple of years, and it seems like this is the part that he's going to have to work on moving forward, is when things get tough, is to keep his head in it, make the right choices, stay calm, still throw good shots. Obviously, we know he got away with a few in doubles, and it worked out in his favor. But sometimes they don't fall that way, and you just have to keep your head right. And that will come with age and experience, of course, as he continues to put himself in a position to find success here.
Absolutely. And we talked about it earlier, right after the 157 game, and still the body language at that point wasn't very good. So you can tell, that's when you tell yourself you got to stay in it mentally. Again, the amount of pressure that's been on him, not only on him, but the rest of the team. Of course, like you said, all of them have a vested interest in what's happening right now. There's a team all events lead at stake. There's a regular all events lead at stake. They did take the doubles lead, McNiel and Bashaw. They bowled, all of them bowled quite well in doubles, obviously.
Big break there, gets the 6 out. Now, I will say, just in my experience, as a bowler, believe it or not, there's two ways that things can go. You can either be the front runner and have everybody chasing you, or you're the come from behind guy. And in my personal experience, I've had more success chasing, coming from behind, throwing a big game here and there to make up ground. I don't handle it so well when I'm the front runner. It's easy when you're up there, up top by yourself to, I don't want to say get lazy or get careless or rush or whatever the reason. But McNiel came into this singles event needing just 531 to match Ryan Whitney's 2170. 531, obviously, when you're averaging 260 for your last 24 games, doesn't seem like a lot. But I almost think mentally, this 531 might be more challenging than when he shot 299 for 806 and the all events record in 2010. I think things were just going his way. There was less pressure at that point, and he was able to get it done then. And it's just, I don't know.
I would agree with everything you just said. Of course, everybody likes to look at things a little differently as far as front running and chasing, or trying to make up on the comeback portion, on the comeback trail. But again, 2010, it just happened. You know, it's like the moment's there, is, you know, boom. And then, of course, he comes back as a defending champion last year. Pressure there. Comes back this year. Is there really pressure? Probably so, because on the outskirts, he's on a legendary team now. So I think people are, by this time, people expect him to do well, of course. And plus, as an addition to Linds Lakers, who's are beyond legends here at this event, multiple Eagles. There's a little pressure there.
Well, and we talked to Matt when he came in, and I mean, his goal is still, you know, around 2,000 for all events. I mean, maybe it's a little loftier than it was in 2009 or going into 2010, but you can expect that. I mean, he's had success. He's had success in a lot of places, not just here. In the past couple of years, he's really grown into quite a player. I mean, he looked kind of rattled even coming in the office. Didn't feel that great. And I'm sure shooting 790 in team last night, 792, loosened things up a little bit. But I mean, all eyes are on him for sure. You know, after what he's accomplished, and last year it was about being a one-hit wonder, and he proved that not to be true. You know, and now, like you said, he's with the big boys, who he looked up to growing up his entire life, and you know, he was leading them to what looked like a runaway team all events title, and that all-time high in doubles, just the excitement just coming down from that, and flipping pairs, and again, something that will come with age and experience, I'm sure.
It's one of those deals. So you see Angelo Dixon here with the front six on lane 4.
Why not?
Absolutely. It's funny you mentioned you don't do well as a front runner. I remember I bowled a youth tournament, and it was 8 games qualifying, 8 games match play. And I probably led qualifying for about, I don't know, 150, 200 pins. I think I won my first match in match play and finished 8th. So as quickly as you get there, you know, your mindset is different. You're thinking that I'm the leader, so I have to make sure I stay in the lead. You know, that's a different pressure possibly. And I guess, you know, everybody has a different feel about that. That's a different opinion, of course. But it's a very interesting point you made there, man. That's quality right there. I think either way for Mr. McNiel. Of course, with anything, the more popular you get, the more, I guess, everything else starts to come into play. You know, everybody knows who you are. You know, this is the national stage. He did his thing in 2010. He came back and almost repeated last year. Seemed to be well on his way this year. Of course, still got a couple of frames before officially he can take the lead, barring anything crazy happening. But it's one of those things. So the pressure may continue to mount on him every year he comes to bowl. And maybe if he's able to, if he hangs on for doubles league, you know, maybe that will solidify him, so to speak, to the rest of the world, country. Who knows? But usually, if you win another Eagle, then well, that's pretty darn good.
I think being no worse than third place in all events in 3 years, at least at this point, is pretty solid. Pair at 300s, 3 800s. Nobody's ever done that. So I don't think there's any question about this kid's ability. It's just a matter of, again, staying composed when things don't go well, because he's so used to things going perfectly. And we saw it last year, right at the end. Singles needed a big number. Got a little rattled as things started to transition, and you know, it obviously didn't end how he'd hoped. And now this year, so it's all about being balanced and riding the roller coaster. Sam Lanto finishes with 2,008 all events total. Let's take a look at the scoreboard as McNiel gets ready for the 10th frame, or a final look. Ty Savoy is going to step up on lane 12 and finish things up. Struggling here in singles. So there, the stage is set. McNiel already your all events leader. Now it's just a matter of how much. .561 given 2,200 again. So these guys, they know they got close. They know it's not going to be enough. So all you can do at this point is just laugh it off and enjoy it. Neil leaves another 6-pin. So that's back-to-back. Obviously, this pair not very good to him. Made some moves, battled back from 157 in game 1 to 192 in game 2. And shoots 200 here in game 3. Savoy wraps things up. 556 in singles.
It's also good that he is bowling, or I should say it helps that he's bowling with the group he is bowling with. As you mentioned earlier, the experience level. They'll be able to help him kind of decipher what took place and what he needs to do to make sure that doesn't happen again in the future. Because this probably won't be the last time he'll be in a situation like this. It doesn't have to be at this tournament. Things you learn from those you bowl with, as Chris Dunham said last night, experience in his group, they've taught him a lot. And you know, hopefully they continue to teach him more. And the same thing can be said from Matt McNiel, I'm sure. He'll say the same thing.
563, so probably not what he was hoping for, but it's enough. After 847 in doubles, 792 in team, that could have been a ginormous number. 2202. Still pretty large, but well, you just never know. McNiel clearly emotional again with his teammates. I don't know if we're happy, we're disappointed, probably a little bit of everything. But he went out there and got it after a 157 start. Bowling with his heroes. Maybe we can get a shot of this. Emotion being shared by McNiel, USBC Hall of Famer, Todd Savoy. There it is, hugs all around. All events leader, 22:02. The rest of the group's gonna finish things up. Ice, 6:18. We'll see if we can't get an official number from upstairs on this team all events. Hugs all around. It's just it's more emotion, I think, than we saw even in the last 2 years. I'm not sure. I mean, he's bowling with his heroes, like we said. Voigtlander leaves a 7-pin. He's going to finish things off. Take one final look at the scoreboard here in just a moment. McNeil's going to zoom in on that. Voigtlander, 6:14. Do some quick calculations. Unofficially, 98:02. It's going to put him 4th in team all events, again unofficial. So we'll have those final numbers up on bowl.com sometime later today, but they did not get there. 99-54, team all events lead. Final look, Matt McNiel. Very emotional out here with his teammates. Getting congratulated by a tip of key. So 22:02, new all events leader, USBC Open Championships history. Again, Matt McNiel shoots 847 in doubles with a 300. First bowler in history with 3 800s on the championship lanes. Team all events. Not going to happen this year, but McNiel now leading doubles and all events. And I don't really know what else to say. We've talked a lot in the last 8 hours. We've seen a lot.
It's been an interesting night. From the start, from the team event, had an opportunity to check out some great teams, and then had some bonus coverage, some opportunities here in doubles and singles to capture some other magic, and that's exactly what happened. So congratulations to Matt McNiel and the entire Linds Lakers group. They bowled well. They bowled well yesterday, last night. They bowled well today.
Well, they didn't get those orange eagles next to their names by not bowling well. They bowl well consistently, always a threat to lead in some or all events. And right now, McNiel makes history again. 22:02, all events leader, 1489 on top of regular doubles. And that's going to do it for tonight's back-to-back triple-double super hat trick live stream coverage from the Open Championships. Matt Cannizzaro and Emil Williams Jr. Check out all the final standings and notes on bowl.com.
Good work today.
How about that? It's been a long day. We've got some stories to write, some pictures to take. So I'm going to go write a story. Emil's going to take some pictures, and we'll be in touch. So that's the news for now. We'll see you on the lanes.